Alright, episode 3 of Bluelock season 2 is out, and we need to talk about it. To start this off, I want to clarify that I was a bit behind on watching the anime as I didn't watch it when it came out. But after seeing everything that has been going on around season 2 of the Bluelock anime, I had no choice but to watch it right away and see what it was all about. Before watching it, I saw floods of comments hating on the anime, calling it trash, and there were even people calling it a slideshow or frame lock, which, to be fair, was kind of funny. But with those comments, I was honestly a bit afraid going on to watching the anime. But now that I have just watched the third episode, I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on the anime, but mostly the third episode as it just dropped. I have also asked you guys in a community post and also over on Discord for your opinions, so I will go over them and talk about them as well. Anyway, let's talk about the third episode of Bluelock season 2. Now I know that I will probably get bombarded by hate, but I'm going to be 100% honest in this video. I'm not going to jump on this weird hate train that everybody seems to be on, and to show that, I'm going to start by saying that I personally feel like everyone is overreacting a bit too much. I don't know why some of you had some crazy expectations after we saw the first season of Bluelock, which to be fair, wasn't even that bad. However, it wasn't like Fate animation either. But anyway, episode 3 was actually very good in my opinion, and they had some absolutely awesome scenes. However, they of course also had some scenes I liked less than others. But anyway, let's start with some of the positive scenes. I'm not sure how much I can actually show due to copyright laws, and annoying YouTube stuff like that. However, I really liked one of the first scenes where Isagi was just thinking, and the cool thing about that scene is that we could suddenly see his puzzle pieces start to get active, and then we ended off with his right eye starting to glow up to an intense green color. Also, when we are already on that topic, let's quickly talk about Isagi's aura. There are floods of people being annoyed due to Isagi's aura being green, but it doesn't even look bad. I already know that some people are going to say that I'm just coping, but I honestly don't feel like it's bad. Now, blue aura might have fit his character a bit cleaner and better, but what do you want them to do? Just change his aura mid-season. That would just look so weird, and that's the smallest of our worries, in my opinion. Now back to the positive stuff, and I'm going to be fully honest, but I'm looking through the episode right now quickly, and there's so much, so I'm just going to go over everything that I really like. I like this scene with Isagi being inside his mind, and behind him, there's a flashback of Shido's goal. That just looks so smooth and cool. And then also, just the normal scenes don't look bad either. If anything, I kind of like them, and yes, they do seem somewhat different from the first episode, where every character had a ton of shading and just accuracy to them. But is that really such a big deal? Personally, I don't feel like it, as they don't look bad if you ask me. Now this is a very simple scene, but for me, it had so much emotion to it. Now what is the scene in question? Well, it's just Nanase stamping his foot down on the ground. But I really liked the animation around it, as his foot came into contact with the pitch, and also the sound that came along with it was just awesome. Now we leave for a thing that I was surprised to see in this anime, but I was really pleasantly surprised. What is it that I'm talking about, you may ask? Well, it's these kinds of stone statues in some of the scenes. I saw someone saying that they couldn't fully understand what was going on due to all of the still images, which interrupts the flow of the animation, which I fully get behind on. But with these little stone statues that show which character is who and where they are on the pitch, I feel like they at least helped me a lot to understand everybody's position on the field and what they were planning to do. I don't know if I'm just weird, but I found this really helpful at least. Now we have to talk about the effect that we get when we get inside Isagi's monologues, like, just look at this, doesn't it look so cool? Every character gets some type of white glow around them, which makes them shine. Also, I really like the things that go up and down on the screen. They look like black and white flower petals, and they just add some sort of entertainment to the anime. Now it would have been cool to see how it would have looked if there were puzzle pieces instead, but I'm still very happy with what we got. Now, as you might be able to hear, there are a lot of things that I like about this episode, so I'm going to stop myself from talking about everything, as I don't want this video to be like 20 minutes or something, as I just want to share my thoughts, but the last thing I want to cover is Isagi's goal. Now I've seen so many people hating on Isagi's goal, but like, what is wrong with it? I honestly don't understand what the problem with it is. First, we get this incredible hype scene with Isagi putting his foot down on the ground and his aura or glow absorbing his foot, to then him just flying forward with brightly glowing eyes, and he looks straight up demonic, and I absolutely love it. Now this is a still image, which yeah, could have looked better with real animation, but I just might be delusional or something. I don't feel like this is bad at all. I quite like it. And then the scene where his foot comes in contact with the ball is just awesome as well. And then we finally didn't get a still image of the shot, but instead a real animation shot, which I absolutely love. And then to end it, we have the scene where he falls to the ground after the goal. But here in the anime, he just looks cool when doing it, like we've got bro sliding on the ground here. Hey, it's Natsu, mid-editing here, and I just wanted to pause the video to ask you to subscribe if you haven't already, and while you're already down there, why not leave a like as well? However, not everything can be positive, so let's go over to the negative stuff. First, this Shido scene where he is scratching his head, and yes, I know that it looked quite weird in the manga as well, but I kind of hate how he looks animated in this scene. I really get weirded out, but it's Shido's character to be like that, and I'm not sure that the animation studio could animate it in a better way, to be fully honest. Now after that, we have scenes like these ones, where the characters are going up against each other. They look a bit off. However, that's simply because the animation studio decided to use still images, and then just animate those images to go upwards, and I can fully agree that it looks a bit weird and not as good as it can be. Why they decided to use images instead of animate everything is something I doubt that we will ever get a real answer to. Maybe there was a lack of time and they had to resort to taking this approach, which once again doesn't look horrible. But when it comes to the goals, it kind of looks weird and it disrupts the flow. In the first season, the most hyped moments and the moments where I was really excited were when we could see the characters actually shooting the ball into the goal, and I'm going to say that I'm disappointed that we can't experience that now. And it's such a weird thing to leave out because I can't see it being that much harder than to animate the characters passing each other, so I'm thinking that there had to be some sort of time issue. But yeah, in conclusion, if your issue is that the goals are just still images, then I'm there with you, because they aren't as hype for me anymore, as we don't physically see the ball enter the goal. So I definitely want to say that I prefer Season 1, which was actually quite good in my opinion, but that's me. I could probably find some more flaws if I rewatched the episode again. However, it feels just like nitpicking, as if I didn't see the problem with it the first time. Then why bother? But in conclusion to all of this, yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of the still images that they added instead of animating everything, but do I hate them? Absolutely not. I can definitely look past it, and I doubt that I would even get bothered by it if I hadn't read the comments about it beforehand, which is one of the things I feel is ruining the animation for this season. With all of the hate coming towards it, it's easy to just fall into that pit and start hating on it as well, or I might just be totally delusional, and the episode is really bad. If that's the case, then I can at least not see it, praying that I'm not the only one who thinks like this. Now earlier, I asked for your opinions on episode 3, so let's quickly go over it and discuss it. First, there's this comment saying that the animation where Isagi was rolling was the best animation in this episode, and another comment under it saying that the goal itself was mid, but that his rolling scene was better, and I'm not sure if we watched the same episode. Yes, the rolling was awesome and extremely cool, but the goal was amazing, and I liked everything about it, except maybe the still image they used when we were going in between Shido and Rin, but it wasn't all that bad. Now a lot of people are commenting and complaining about the still images, and yes, it's a big fall down from the first season, but in the first season we had the CGI, which everyone was hating on, so is it really that much of a difference? Now in my opinion, I didn't have a problem with the CGI, and I prefer it over the still images we have now, but I seriously don't feel like the still images are that much of a deal breaker. Like I said earlier, I doubt that I would even think about it if I didn't read comments about it. Now a lot of people are saying that they might save the budget for the U20 match. However, I doubt that they are doing that, because why cut the budget for the first episodes to then go all in halfway in the anime? A lot of people would have already dropped the anime at that point. However, if this is the animation we are getting for the U20 match, then I'm going to say that I'm not that disappointed, and I still feel like it can be good and I'm excited to see it. But yeah, to conclude the video, I want to say that for me personally, I don't feel like the Blue Lock Season 2 anime is that bad, as I quite like it, and I still feel hyped when watching it, and I'm excited to follow it each week. However, I'm 100% sure that at least 90% are going to be against me on this, but if you are, or if you agree with me, then please leave your thoughts down in the comments, as I'm interested in hearing what you think about the anime. And if you like Blue Lock and videos like this, then I would highly suggest you subscribe to this channel, and while you're at it, leave a comment and a like, as it helps out with the algorithm a ton. And if you are curious to see another video of mine, then please watch the video that will be popping up on the screen now. Anyway, thanks for watching, and have a great day. Bye.